Hello, and welcome to another episode of Sam Tries Reading Smut. Today, I will be reviewing The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. This is my first contemporary romance smut book I've read, and the only reason I read it was because of her other book, The Fake Maid, which is contemporary but with werewolves, so I guess it's a paranormal romance, but it reads very contemporary. Anyway, if you want me to do a review of this book, let me know in the comments. But anyway, that's why I decided to read this book, because I needed a palate cleanser between all my romanticises, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try a modern romance by an author I know I like. And I'll tell you what, it did not disappoint. And as someone who was a nanny for many years, I had some trepidations about reading this because I was like, oh no, like, ew. That's someone who worked as a nanny, like, ew. But it wasn't ew, and it wasn't cringe, and it made me happy that it wasn't, because I was very worried, but I was like, I'm gonna try. And the reason it wasn't cringe, spoilers, is that the main character, Cassie, actually met the dad pre her becoming his nanny. The dad's name is Aiden, by the way. Now, how they met, though, is a little like, ooh, see, I can't even be an adult about this. I'm like laughing. She had an OnlyFans page, and he was like her biggest customer, and they actually kind of hit it off. He never saw her face because she was always like wearing a mask and a wig, and they had hit it off because he had booked some private sessions with her. And they had actually planned to meet in person, but then he didn't show up to the date. And if I tell you why he didn't show up, it might ruin the book, so I'm not going to tell you. But anyway, she'd never seen his face though, because his camera was always off. So it's kind of fun to like learn how like she figures it out, because she figures it out first that he used to be her old client. And she was honestly heartbroken. They were both heartbroken about it, because they actually like fell in love before she started nannying for him. So it's like a really sweet love story, honestly. I found it really sweet. And kind of a fun aspect to this book too, which I really enjoyed, was, I don't know actually if I can show that, let me find a different one. You know what, I'll just cover it up. Is they have little like text messages, well it's not even text message, it's messages between them on my Only page that goes in between chapters once in a while. So you kind of get like their past story in the present, and it's really kind of cool, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was like a fun little aspect to the book. And just so you know too, just to assuage all like cringe aspects that could happen with a book called The Nanny, the dad, Aiden, him and the mom of his kid never got married. She got pregnant. They never ended up having like an in-depth relationship. It just wasn't who they were. Didn't work out between them. And the mom is dead currently, and that's why he has sole custody of the child. And there is an aunt who is the dead mom's sister, who is involved and kind of creates some of, the twists in the plot, so to say. But it does have a happy ending, which I truly appreciated. I love this book. I give it a 10 out of 10. It was so much fun. And let me tell you, the smut is a 5 out of 5. Lana never disappoints. Granted, I've only read 2 of her books. She does have a new book coming out in September about the Loch Ness Monster, which I'm so excited to read. And another fun thing about this book is that the main character, Cassie's best friend, is this elderly neighbor. And they just have such a beautiful, loving relationship, and it's such like a cool way to show intergenerational friendship that I truly appreciated that storyline within the book. I highly recommend this book. If you've read this before, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And after this review, if you decided to read it, let me know. And then come back and let me know what you think. And then if you would like to know, there are 9 spicy scenes in this book. And it is only 421 pages. So if you like spice, get this book. Till next time, happy smutty reading.